I'm Pizano Gabriel under the course ITec 11 Living in the IT Era. I'm going I'm Pizano. Bar chart. A bar chart, also known as bar graph, is a type of chart that uses rectangles to express categorical data. In a bar chart, one axis is used for categories while the other axis is used for the measured value. A bar chart is also categorized by two parts, the horizontal and the vertical bar charts. Bar charts are used when showing measured values for selected categories. The primary reason to use bar chart is because it's one of the simplest ways to make a comparative chart, whether it would be a comparative study or just a simple measurement of between different categories. A bar chart should be one of the first things in mind when you want to present the data. Bar charts are also a fundamental visualization for comparing values between groups of data. An example of bar chart problems are surveying on how many people like watching animes and how many people do not like watching animes. In that, you can compare how many people love to watch anime and how many people do not love to watch anime. Another most used chart is the pie chart or the circle chart. A pie chart or a circle chart is a circular statistical graphic which is divided into slices to illustrate numerical proportion. In a pie chart, the arc length of each slice and consequently its central angle and area is proportional to the quantity it represents. The type of data that is best represented in pie charts are categorical data or nominal data. Pie charts make sense to show a parts to whole relationship for categorical or nominal data. The slices in the pie typically represents percentage of the total. With categorical data, the sample is often divided into groups and the responses have defined order. In using pie chart, each pie slice should be labeled appropriately with the right number or percentage attached to the corresponding slice. The slices should be ordered by size, either from the biggest to smallest or smallest to biggest to make the comparison of slices easy. Limit the usage of legends and external reference. Labels should be attached to the slices themselves whenever possible. The primary reason in using pie chart is because pie chart shape been known as the most fun chart to convey data. It's simple to draw and the information can be easily conveyed through it. It's hard to say when did we first start using pie charts, but it sure has been in the run since long. Another graph that is mostly been used in comparing variables is the time series graph. Time series graph is the graphical representation of data over a given period of time. It consists of the x and y axis. The x-axis is often referred to as the time axis, and it represents the period or time interval. A time series is composed of straight lines that represent trends. It could be increasing, decreasing, or staying the same. A time series graph can be used when you want to graphically present data that is affected by a given interval or period of time. An example of this is if you want to make a graph of daily weather or temperature to show the trend. It is also used in terms of finance, such as the stock market, sales, and etc. In order to utilize or use a time series graph, you first need to draw and label the horizontal scale based on the time intervals of the data you have. Next, you have to draw and label the vertical axis or the data you have in terms of time, making sure that you choose an appropriate scale. Lastly, plot the points and join with the straight line segments. For students like us, we can use a time series graph to monitor our expenses daily. Using time series graph is particularly useful when analyzing patterns in data. Another example of time series graph is when you want to know what's the change in your electric bills. In conclusion, there are many graph or charts that can be used, but it depends on what type of data that you have. That would be the three most used type of chart or graph.